And we've got Richard Tice.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I beg to move that leave be given in this House to bring in a bill to make provision for the general public to require and petition that the Criminal Cases Review Commission should review cases where the petitioners believe that sentences handed down are either too lenient or too harsh, and to make provision also for the review of such sentences and to make provision for the referral of such cases by the Commission to the Court of Appeal or the Supreme Court, and for connected purposes, Mr. Speaker. And before looking at the provisions itself, I would ask you, Mr. Speaker, to join me in a journey of imagination to a distant, respected democracy, where there is an elected leader of this democracy, where there is an independent judiciary, respected, where there is a respected legal system, and where there historically has been confidence amongst the people of this democracy for this judicial and legal system. But then imagine that a bad event occurs and the elected leader of that distant democracy effectively instructs the judiciary to impose the harshest of possible sentences on potential transgressors. The consequence of which is that, imagine someone in a fit of anger puts out an offensive, inappropriate, bad tweet for a few hours, calms down, apologises and withdraws that online information and tweet. But is then, because of that tweet, is then charged and sentenced in a very serious way. Potentially, Mr. Speaker, a sentence of some 31 months that might be significantly more than the sentence given to a shoplifter, a robber, a mugger, a drug dealer, and the like. And the thing about the confidence in a legal system is the comparativeness of sentences. And imagine, Mr. Speaker, that that individual, whilst in prison, is allegedly the recipient of some violent maltreatment in prison, including being manhandled to the ground, handcuffed to the point where bruises 5 days later are significantly present on their hands. Imagine them being then dragged up not one, not two, but up 3 flights of stairs to the naughty girls' wing, as opposed to having been a model prisoner, having been promised to be taken to the good girls' wing. This is, of course, the consequence in a distant democracy where you think this cannot surely be valid. But, Mr. Speaker, it is with regret that I must bring you back to the reality of the situation, that actually this is the United Kingdom, and in the last few months this has occurred. And that is why I bring this Criminal Cases Review Bill to the House under the 10-minute rule bill. What's known outside this House, Mr. Speaker, as Lucy's bill, because confidence in our judicial system and the sentences that are handed out is absolutely vital. I believe that the public, they want to trust our system, but justice works when it is natural and fair and decent, and the public believe that sentences are appropriate. If we lose that, then potentially, Mr. Speaker, we lose everything. And therefore, look, we're all human. Even noble, experienced, wise judges can get things wrong. And there is a system of appeal. But maybe what we need, Mr. Speaker, and that's why the provisions of this bill are so important, maybe the public would have ever more confidence in a vibrant democracy, in our justice system, if it was like a system of a treble check, safeguard of the sentences, so that without being able to impinge on the original judgment that is following a case, but that actually, let's say, Mr. Speaker, that 500 members of the public, if they signed a petition to ask the Criminal Cases Review Commission to reconsider the sentence, and if they felt within 8 weeks that that sentence may be too lenient or too harsh, that they could then refer it to an appropriate court. I think that would give an extra level of trust and confidence in the fairness and the comparative appropriateness of sentences within our system. And the responses, I believe, Mr. Speaker, is that people would feel that this is a democracy and a justice system that works for all, with the appropriate safeguards. And it is for that reason, Mr. Speaker, that I bring this bill to the House. And I believe that it is worthy of further debate, consideration and discussion. I thank you.
The honourable member have leave to bring in the bill. The question is that the honourable member have leave to bring in the bill. As many of that opinion say aye. Aye. The contrary, no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Who will prepare to bring in the bill?
Mr. Speaker, Nigel Farage, Lee Anderson, Sarah Pochin, James McMurdoch and myself.
Richard Tice.
Criminal Cases Review Public Petition Bill.
Second reading what day?
Friday the 11th of July.
Friday the 11th of July.